What's up, guys? It's Jules. This is getting a little ridiculous back here. It is early February 2019. This is another weekly update. Or like our 5th of the year. How is that possible already? I have no idea. But it's a beautiful snowy day here in Colorado. It's about 15 degrees. And we're going to be getting a lot of snow tonight. And I have to go someplace for a meeting tonight. So I'm hoping that the meeting gets postponed, because I don't want to drive in this tonight. This would not be fun. So, but yeah, we should be fine. No worries. You see behind me that I added a few more projects. I still don't have the Ronnie Rowe up here. I found it, and then I lost it. And so, but we're going to put it up here at some point. It's just kind of ridiculous. It just keeps expanding out like an amoeba, like the blob. So, another crazy week here, guys. Got a lot of stitching done. I do want to say, first off, in case you don't watch all the way through the video, which is totally cool. So I did do the experiment of checking to see what washes out of fabric and what does not. And for those of you who said, you might want to check and make sure that that pencil that you use washes out of fabric before you go too far with it. Yeah, they were right. They were right. So if you're doing full coverage, how you grid doesn't matter. You're not going to see it. It's not going to show up. But if you're using a graphite pencil, like a graphing pencil, or just a regular pencil, a fine tip pencil to grid like this, then you're going to have issues with it. It didn't really come out with soapy water. I do have a video that's going to be coming out the next couple of days. I hope to get it together and get it out, and it will show exactly what does come out, what doesn't come out. But that was a little bit of a bummer, but it makes sense. It makes sense the way that you guys, told me to, to double check it. And so thankfully for me, oh, that scared me. It was like a big wave of Canadian geese just went by the window. But I hope it didn't hurt anybody out there as far as your fabric and whatnot, because that would stink. I don't know if you can still do something like, it's going to seem kind of silly, but could you erase it? Could you use a stain removal pen, like one of those Tide stain pens? I don't know. I didn't go that far in researching it, but I do know that just your usual, if it does fade it, and so it's possible that if nothing else works, perhaps soaking it longer in soapy water, rinsing it, maybe soaking it again another time will fade it enough to where it can't really be seen. But in terms of just a 1 hour soak with soapy water and a rinse, it didn't erase it the way that it erased everything else that was on there. So, kind of a bummer. But I'm still going to use it, because for the vast majority of my full coverage cross stitch, it's going to work just fine. I am staring. Let me move this a little bit, because when I stare off to the right a little bit, I'm looking right into a light bulb, and my eyeballs are frozen, just like everything outside. Okay, stitchy-wise, you'll be happy to know I didn't get any projects this week, which is really, really good. Not that a few of you haven't tried to send me some, in terms of, hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. Enablers, you're just as bad as I am. All right, so let's see. Well, this is Tower of Babel. And Tower of Babel, if you haven't seen it, this is the Tower of Babel project. And I decided to jump into it first off just because of the fact that there's so much sky. It's going to be so quick to stitch this general area here and possibly even come over here. It just kind of depends how I want to approach it. But I think I did this all last week, but I want to show you. I think this was all the progress I made last week on it, but that was pretty good. I'm kind of proud of myself for that. Although I'm not proud because I didn't get other things done, but that was last week. Let me show you Stormtrooper. Now, Stormtrooper was last week's featured cross stitch, so I did a lot on that, but then I also worked on it on the Stitch With Me. So we got a fair bit more done. I have made a mess here. Ooh, there's a needle. Surprise, surprise. All right, but, oops, here we go. So there we go. So it's getting there. It's getting there. So I think all I did on the Stitch With Me was really just focus more on getting this bottom part done. And I'm not all the way to the bottom, but I'm pretty close. And so then I just have to come up here and fill in all this. So I'm still working on it, because gosh darn it, I want to get to a point where it's going to look more like a Stormtrooper and not just like a blob of who knows what. Like somebody threw a dirty snowball at my fabric. Don't throw dirty snowballs at fabrics. It probably will come out though if you soak it, like most things, except for pencils. Oh goodness gracious! All right, I've had a few requests because I asked you. I said, you know, what am I not working on that I need to work on and make more progress on? And I had a request for baseball, which I didn't do any on baseball this week, but baseball is going to become a focus. And then it as well there was someone else that wanted to see that done, and I do want to do that as well. I'm just kind of waiting on a little bit of floss for that one, although I think it just came in, so we should be good. I did a little bit more on Reaper, and primarily with Reaper, I just came down to the bottom here because I'm stitching all this super dark stuff right here. So I came down over here and filled that in as well, and then just filled in a little bit here and a little bit there. It's basically just making some nice progress on this particular page. And so on this one, it's definitely sort of like over in this area right here. So, man, I just need to focus. I mean, wow. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to automatically say this week is the featured. Reaper is going to be the focus project for this week, which means that I will get more done on this project than any other project. And I will also use this for the Stitch With Me this week as well. And we will we'll focus on seeing how far we can get with this page, see if we can get it. I don't know if I can get it finished or not. That is a lot of stitching, but we will see. Dropping everything over here. Apothecary Shop. Apothecary Shop. So we got a bit more done. Almost done with this page, guys. I'm so close to being done with this page. I took it out of the hoop. I don't know why, but I took it out of the hoop. So if you can see, so right, that's the light stuff. I only have that much more to go, and then just to fill in a little bit right here. So super close to finishing this page. Again, this is a 14 count Ada. Super soft because it's been worked and worked and worked and washed a few times too. So it's so pretty. And I still have way too much fabric. It's so funny. I don't know what my thought pattern was. I bet you, I got this so long ago, I'll bet you what it was, because I know it's been surged. I'll bet you this was one that I told, or I requested from the stitching shop, like, I need a piece this big and this big. And then after that, once I kind of got my first few fabrics from them, and they told me, just give us the stitch count and the fabric count that you want, and we'll get it perfect. I think I talked about that either in the Stitch With Me or in the last interlude, that I used to have such a problem. It's like a mind block with me with figuring out exactly how much fabric that I need, that I just have to have somebody else do it for me, or else I never get it done properly. Never get it done properly. All right. Now, I haven't made any further progress with this one, but you can see it's over here. This is going to be so pretty when this gets done. I just need more time and focus. I need more time and focus. All right, what else? What else we got here? We got some Ronnie Waterloo Place, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take this out of, take this needle out and take this out of the hoop, because I did work on it some more. I did not do as much filling in the bits that I had before. I did a little bit. You can see that the riders come in really, really nicely. So this was the prior page. So I'm still kind of confetti stitching in, a little color here, a little color there, and just trying to finish all that up. And then I've come back over here and I've just done more up in this area, and I did more down here, and I just can't help myself. I just keep jumping around on this project. But as you can see, more and more is popping out. So from here on out, it's going to just be like more and more and more detail popping out of this piece. It's right up here. So it's that guy right there, and then a little bit over here as well. And then this page is going to be really neat, because then you're going to be able to see this. You probably can't see it too well, but there's like a very foggy, fog-covered building right there. But then following the next row is going to be ridiculous, because all the details. So I might actually, when I finish this row and I come back here, I may just go this page down, you know, just, I don't know. It might be easier to do it that way, just because then it's not like, hey, I got all the interesting parts done, now I got to finish this row and it's boring. But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's so nice to stitch with. So nice. And then I feel like I'm missing something. I probably am. Oh, I know I'm missing something. Hold on. Oh, I found my glasses. My optometrist emailed me yesterday and said, hey, it's time to come in and get your eyes examined. And like I talked about the other day, I need to get my eyes examined. But these are my new they're not fancy, but they're just, whoa. I look like 1950s. Prim and proper. All right. Whew. I'm not meant to look at the camera that way. But I'm glad I found these because I was looking for these. These were so good to work with. Old World Map 2. Got a bit more done on it. Just a bit more done. Most of it's just the dark stuff that filled in here. Golly gee willikers. I swear to God, it's like every week I feel like I have stitched and then I look at this stuff and I'm like, did I stitch? Did I stitch at all? I don't know. But I feel like I'm also missing a project or two. But they weren't downstairs that I saw. But anyway, so Randy Waterloo. Golden Kite. Oh, man. What was I doing this past weekend? I had it off. Oh, we went somewhere. Oh, I remember now. Well, Saturday I didn't feel good. Saturday I was so tired. It was a physically demanding week for me the week before. And Saturday I took like a 2-hour nap. My back and my neck felt bad, so I tried to stitch, and I was just like, you know, and you just kind of feel blah, and you're kind of irritable, and then I slept a lot, and then Sunday I woke up and felt better, and we'll talk about Sunday here in a second, but that's why I didn't stitch as much as I thought I would, so this week should get a lot more stitching done. So, I was pulling this one out to work on, and discovered I needed a few colors that I couldn't find. I pulled that one out again. I should be able to finish that one soon because I found the floss for it as well. I definitely want to start Honeybee Portrait. Kind of want to start this one, but that one's going to be my next start. I did some more work on this, but I don't think it's enough for you guys to see. And this is the one that I'm like, I don't know what happened to it. It's downstairs somewhere. Same with, I got to work on that. I didn't do any further work on the Bears project. Oh, that's upside down. How did that go upside? Did I take it down and then put it back up? Because it's all upside down. Oh, that's hard. And then I still got to do work on that. I'm like, I got a lot of stitching to do. Yeah. So anyway, so that's that. I bought some new needles. Where did I buy these needles? I don't even remember where I bought these needles. I like the John James that I use sometimes. They're just very basic, and they're smallish. Most of them are smallish. They're size 3 to 9 or whatever, or 3-9, whatever they're called. Oh, I bought these from the Stitching Den. Okay, cool. But I use them for the super. I'm like talking in my head's like right here. So anyway, so I like these needles for the smaller projects. I got Boba Fett here though. You want to see Boba Fett? Boba Fett? Boba Fett where? Here we go. Still looks the same as it has for forever. Oh, wait, I'll hold it back up further. Because you guys are like, what does it look like? You haven't gotten any more done. Nope. Nope, I have not. I'm like usually in wintertime, I'm like stitching like a maniac, but I have been so busy with so many different things that it has not been a great month for getting things stitched. So I gotta stitch all the things. So we'll hold off on Space Traveler for now. We'll maybe add this in, but a lot of other things. We're going to definitely hold off of the Thames for a bit. Because I can't keep starting projects when I'm not finishing other things, right? I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking at all my projects in my camera screen here. So, all right, that sounds good. So, for those of you who may or may not have seen, it depends upon if you watched the interlude video or not, but there was this huge meetup on Sunday, a couple days ago, where the Golden Retriever Rescue of the Rockies basically invited all Golden Retrievers to Golden, Colorado If you've never heard of Golden, Colorado is actually where the original Coors Brewery, the beer brewer or whatever, that's where it's from here. So that's where it kind of gets its... originally it was a gold rush town, and then eventually it was a town renowned for their water quality, and that's why Coors moved in. So they invited, it was International Golden Retriever Day, so they said, we invite all golden retrievers and their families to come spend the day, or spend some time with us. There'll be some giveaways and whatnot, and then we're gonna walk down Main Street and take a big picture underneath the Welcome to Golden sign. And so we took our little Zuzu, well, she's not little, but we took Zuzu with us, and she had a blast, and we had a blast. It was so much fun. There wasn't a single problem the whole time we were there. Everything was perfect. But instead of the 200 to 300 golden retrievers that they thought they would have, they ended up with about 1,000, maybe more. It was hard for them to know for sure. They had a person like on the top of one of the buildings just basically going through and just clicking all the golden retrievers that they saw, and they said that they stopped the count at 911. And so it was, but there were still more people coming. We left as soon as the picture was done and we could go, we went ahead and left. And as we were walking out, there were more people. We walked to the end of the parade area and then started heading out to our car. And then there were more people that you could see that were kind of coming in. They got there a little late, and parking was just, as you can imagine, kind of nuts because they didn't anticipate that many people. But it was pretty funny, and it was just a lot of fun. There were puppies. There were Goldens of all different colors, and Zuzu had a great time, and she was probably the most well-behaved that we have ever seen her in our lives. It was almost like she was overwhelmed, so she just kind of stuck closer to us the whole time. But it was just, and as we were walking and stuff, everybody's got big smiles on their faces, and everybody's just like, this is the greatest thing ever, having everybody together, and it was just a lot of fun. And next year there'll probably be twice as many, and we do plan on going, so we'll see how that goes. But I have a video that I'll link to below if you haven't seen it yet. It's on the pets channel, the dogs channel that we have, and I kind of put some stuff together and made a kind of a crude video because I still haven't learned how to truly edit very well, and I'm still using my phone for outdoor videography, which I gotta stop doing that after a bit. And it's still snowing outside. I like it. But that's pretty much it. And what else is going on today, guys, huh? Not much that I can think of. I don't think anything else is really going on. I got Carter, trying out some new food with Carter the gecko. And I got him some new tiny little, what do you call them, crickets, basically. And tossed him in his terrarium for him. And he looks good. He finally moved he was been on this one side of the terrarium for like 4 days, and he finally moved back to his traditional place. And so I'm hoping that in doing that he got down around and found some food and hopefully enjoyed himself a bit. But anyway, but he's doing well. The birds are right here. They're doing good. I do have them covered up right now for the purposes of the video because I can't focus I know you guys like them, but I can't focus when they're chirping like crazy. So when I'm finished here, I'll, actually, I can just do it right now. Hey, boys. Hey, boys. Hey, boys. How you doing? What's up? I know, it's like, whoa. What's up? What's up, cowboy? What's up, sailor? Anyway, so we just got a lot of cross-stitching to do, people. Oh, man, I did do some Ronnie Rowe, but not very much, so I won't bring that one up to show you, but I did do a little bit more on that. And other than that, I think we're done. I got to stitch. I got to stitch. I'm very excited about stitching. Very excited. I think that's it. I'm sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained at the end. I should write things down, but I just don't remember. But anyway, thank you guys so much. I think February is the 2-year anniversary of the channel. I want to say February 2017 was when I put my first video out. I didn't start doing the weekly updates until a little bit later in the year, but my first video I think was in February of 2017. So I want to thank you guys again for watching, for subscribing, for commenting, liking, disliking. I don't care. It's all good. And we all learn together, and I learn so much because I when I started cross stitching, especially even just a couple years ago, very, very basic cross stitcher. Just very, I mean, what I do is insane, but the way I do it is very, very basic. And so having people to kind of show me new techniques and to, clue me in on, hey, maybe want to try this or this has been really awesome. And it's, it's made me love all of this so much more. So I really appreciate you guys for everything for the last 2 years, and hopefully for the next who knows how many years, because I plan on, even if the channel dwindles to just a dozen of you guys, a dozen of you diehards, we'll still be doing videos showing all this progress. Maybe one day I'll finish the top row on this one, and maybe we'll finish the top row on this. I don't know, we'll see. But we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. So anyway, stay warm where you're at. If you're here, if you're Australia, stay cool. And I'll see you guys really soon on the Stitch With Me. And like I said, I'm going to throw out a new video about the greeting aspect, what doesn't work, and probably do a post on the blog as well about that, and get that up for you guys real soon. So take care, be safe, happy stitching. I'll see you later.